This is Xavier Anderson,
Davon Williams.
and we're here with What Out Productions. We're here today with Henny Honky, a videographer in Cleveland, and he also does he produces a lot of music videos. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Doing well. So, tell us your backstory. Where'd you come from? And
I come from the west side of Cleveland.
Okay.
Grew up around the Old Brooklyn area. Went to Rose High School, Marshall High School, life skills, all that bullshit. Grew up mainly playing sports, doing all that cool shit, you know. Family life, regular family life, don't have too much, got just enough type shit. How did I? That's it. That's all I got.
What type of sports did you play?
I played football, baseball, a little bit of basketball. I played basketball up until 8th grade. Played football through high school, baseball through high school, up until I was a kid.
Word. What was your favorite, by the way?
My favorite, I'd have to say football, just because I was like little, and like I'd be like, it feels good when you run somebody over that's bigger than you all the time, and you hitting people that's bigger than you and shit. So football was my favorite, but that's probably my best at baseball for real.
Okay. Word. So, tell me, how did you get into like making music videos, and how did you like get into the culture? What were you like? What were you interested about the culture? Like, what interested you about the culture?
Okay, so ever since I was a kid, I basically started listening to rap since I was like 9 or something like that. Used to just listen to radio, you know, mainstream type shit. And then when I got to like 11 and I started running the streets a little bit and shit, meeting new people, I got introduced to like West Coast hip hop, like Mac 10 and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's when I really got into like rap and shit, because I don't know, I was just interested in it and it just caught my ear. And then when I got older, I got my first computer like in 8th grade, I think, and I used to be like on rap forums and shit, and just deep into the shit, studying shit that was before I started listening to rap and shit. So I got like all my, like that's when I started listening to like Death Row type shit and all that shit. For the 90s, I don't really know too much about that, you feel me, except for like the mainstream shit, but 90s and beyond, that's when I really got into it. And I used to do like graphic design and shit on the computer when I was young. I used to just do that shit for people for free, just make CD covers type shit. And they used to be on, like back then, before it was like MySpace and social media and all that, people used to be on like forums type shit and just chatting back and forth, battle rapping, audio battles type of shit like that, video type shit, like real deep shit. Before this all shit got on YouTube and shit like that. And that's what I was into, and that's really how I got into that. And then when I got older, I fucked around rapping a little bit. My best friend rapped. So it was like that type shit. I fucked around with him. We had like a little home studio and shit. He mainly rapped, I'd record him type shit. I'd rap once in a while fucking around, but I don't rap. I never considered myself a rapper. It was like a friendship type thing. We just do that shit. We get high, drink whatever, and rap, you know. And what spawned off of that was like I saw like Lil B and shit blowing up like on these like low level videos, but they would just drop a lot and shit. And it was just like, I was just like, damn, like you could really like put yourself on with this shit. And I was just like, yeah, I want to do.
So would you say Lil B is like an inspiration?
Yeah, for music video, Lil B was definitely like one of my inspirations.
Okay, word.
Maybe not the style and shit, but just how he just blew up type shit. Because he was dropping videos like every week, mixtapes, whatever. He was dropping crazy back then. This was like 2009 maybe. And I was in between going to college. I got kicked out of college because my grades was fucked up. I was going to be in the medical field and shit. Because that's just what your parents put into you type shit. You got to get like a regular job and like medical makes the most money and da-da-da-da type shit. But I wasn't into it. So my grades slipped, so I lost my financial aid and stuff. So I quit going for like a half year. And that's when I was just like, I ain't about to go waste my time doing this stuff if I ain't doing something I like.
Got you.
So I was just like, I'm going to go 100% into this video stuff and just make a career out of it.
So when did you officially start making music videos?
It started off slow. Like I might have shot my first one like 2014. Might not have shot another one for like 2 months, 3 months, something like that. It was real slow in the beginning. 2015 is where stuff really picked up. One of the first people I ever worked with was my artist, Streets Ching Ching. He helped me get on a lot. Another thing that pushed me forward was me and Chapo linked up. I linked up with him when he got out of jail. We started doing a lot of work together. And And that's just when it started going for real. It was like 015, 016-ish.
Word.
Good. So you do music videos primarily, but have you ever thought about like indulging in like different types of videography, like business promotion or stuff like that? Or
I want to do like more commercial work, you know, but that's like for the money, you know. That's like it's purely a money thing. It's not really my passion.
Music is the passion, yeah.
Music videos, this culture, everything. That's my passion, you know. I don't make buku bucks off it, but I feel like I could. I just gotta push myself to that level and push everybody with me to that level. Because the only thing that's gonna make me better is making somebody else better. You feel me? Because y'all videographers know what our job is to do is to market something. You feel me? You gotta make it look good. Whether you're doing a commercial, you shooting a music video, whatever you're doing, you gotta make it look good. And that's just where I'm at with it. I'm trying to make people to their highest level they could be.
Word. So this question comes from Instagram, from Huwap. It says, where your style come from?
My style came from, it didn't come from school at all. I went to school, I graduated, and got my associate's degree. I really ain't learned nothing in school for music videos except for how to use the program, lightweight. Just simple editing, cutting and shit. But my style, I just developed it over time. Like, I always knew I liked the grimy style of things, you know, the fast-paced stuff. I'm starting to slow it up a little bit now and just do more effects and shit, but my style goes based off the beat for real. Like, the beat and the artist, whatever they make me feel, that's how I do it. That's how I try to do it. I'm still developing my style for real. Like, I wouldn't even say I'm even close to having my, like, style yet. Like, I got my little niche and all that, but I know I'm not even close to where I'm about to be.
So what has your work taught you about just Cleveland in general and the streets of Cleveland? Like, a lot of people don't know about that.
Well, being a videographer, if you're a videographer like me, you shoot all over Cleveland, you know. Huff, Kinsman, St. Clair, blah, 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 Madison, Lorraine, Denison, da-da-da. You might get a couple in the burbs, maybe even. And it's just, like, everyone's, like, for real, what it taught me the most is everybody pretty much the same. Like, people might not get along or whatever, but we all trying to do the same shit. We all pretty much got the same problems, no matter what we make it look like on camera and shit. But everything, you know, we're all coming from the bottom. Like, there ain't no real entertainment, music scene here. We just building from the bottom, and that's what I learned the most is just everybody's really grinding. Whether it's everyone's grinding, we just need to start doing something so we compensate ourselves off this shit, and we're not just doing it for, you know, because the only thing that's going to stop people like hating and violence and all that shit is if we get some money flowing through the entertainment, not just the entertainment scene, but Cleveland period. And most cities and shit like that, from what I see, they make all their money off entertainment, food, stuff like that, being a scene, you know, and that's what we got to do.
All right, so this question relates to what you just said from Instagram, Mokuji. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but he said, how does Cleveland need to work together and not try to benefit off of everyone else?
That's like a mixed up question because, like, you know, I don't feel like you should work with people just so they benefit you.
Yeah.
But you should definitely work with people that you benefit each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't just be offering your time to people that's wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be wasting time, especially in this entertainment shit, because we all getting older. Shit happens every day. But what could we do? People just got to be more humble a little bit. Have an eye for people that's doing the same shit they doing and got skill. Everybody just needs to be humble, you feel me? Just, I don't know, that's all I can say. Just be humble.
I would like to go off that for all the up-and-coming videographers and stuff in Cleveland right now and just, like, throughout this area, what advice would you have to, like, offer them as they're, you know, making their way throughout this process?
As a videographer, you know, tighten up your skills. Tighten up your skills always, you know, and the only way you're going to tighten them up is if you get work. When I started, if you look at my first videos, I don't know what year they dropped. They might have been 014, might have been 015. They're not that good. Like, if I look at them now, I'll be like, I wish I never did. Like, I wouldn't say I wish I never did it, but, like, I know I could went crazy if I did it right now. The biggest thing is, like, you just got to work with the right people. Don't waste your time with people that's going to be being petty about money and don't be petty about money with yourself either, because everything ain't a full money opportunity. That's all I'm going to say. Is like, that's all I can say. But, where was I saying? Can you ask me again, bro? I got lost in my thoughts.
What advice would you have to
Work with the right people. Everything's not a money move, but it does lead to money. You gotta market yourself a little bit, you know. Don't do nothing for free. Don't do nothing that's gonna compromise yourself in any way. But know when you got an opportunity. Like if a blog comes at you, big name blog or whatever, you know, do what you gotta do to get your name out. That's how I got my name out of lives. Just I never paid no one or did no favors for these blogs or nothing, but that's really how I got my name out big, is like through vlogs, like Elevator, No Jumper, shit like that. That's when my shit really started popping.
Gotcha.
Because people want to see you making people better.
Yeah.
And that's how they gonna work with you, no matter what. Like, and you know, when I first started making music videos, I ain't gonna fake. And I just got a new camera not too long ago. I was using the same camera up until 2017, 18. I was charging $50 a video when I first started. Like, if you want to get in this shit, you gotta get in this shit. Especially when you ain't got nothing like no resume.
Yeah.
You gotta have a resume. Build your resume, and when you up your price. Keep your price firm. Don't cut it for no one unless you know it's an opportunity. You gotta every business from I've worked in all kinds. My bad, bro. All kinds of places. They do favors all the time. Like they do shit trades. I worked in a pizza shop. They used to trade shit for whatever, for pizzas and all kinds of shit. It's your business. You do what you want. Yeah. Don't let no videographer say like, nah, man, you should be charging $600, because they backdooring. They might be backdooring you.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell you something and then they'll go hit them up like, yo, I'll do it for and that's just the type of shit that goes on. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But you know, just stick to your word, and if your art's there and they love your art, they gonna pay.
Word. Top 5 music videos that you've done. Do you even have a top 5?
Top 5. Streets Ching Ching, Empty. Rushy Bands, Fly Shit. That's one of my favorites. Chapo Dragon Blood is one of my favorites. I did one for Doughboy called Cap Over, but it's not out. It was taken down for whatever reason. That's one of my favorites too.
Got you.
Who else? I'm trying to think of. Toss up for these last ones. I can't even pick a last one, man. I love them all for so many different reasons. Whether it be I learned something new when I was doing that video, or I just did something I never did before, or shit like that, you know. I can't even name a fifth one, bro, for real.
Word. So,
my kids.
They're all your kids? So, we see that you're very passionate about the culture. Where do you see yourself in the future?
In the future, I ain't said this too much in the public because I don't want no one taking my ideas, but fuck it. I'm gonna start a vlog. I'm gonna start a blog. I mean, like an overall hip hop blog, but I'm gonna cover like all hip hop, you know, like, or like not all hip hop, but you know, up and coming hip hop. Cover hip hop stories, stuff like that. Not like a Vlad TV or nothing like that. Kind of like an Elevator / Vlad / you know, just hip hop news blog, and I want to try to just plug Cleveland artists in there. Okay. You know, just give them like that opportunity, give them that light, make people see them in that light. Yeah. That we're just like everybody else in this music shit. We don't make music no worse than Atlanta and New York. We just ain't got no light on us. So I just want to bring light to this scene.
Kind of to go off of that, if you could work with like a new Cleveland artist right now, who would it be?
Like someone that's just coming out, or just someone I haven't worked with before?
You know that you haven't really worked with yet, and you would like to, or something like that, or someone that caught your eye or something.
There's a few people I'm gonna try to name them. Johnny Blaze is one. He's in RBMG. Who else? I want to Rushy Bands again, but he's in jail. Free Rushy Bands. That's my dog. Me and E. Marv gonna hook up. We're gonna do something. We've been in talks, but me and him both been bullshitting for real. We've been busy, and plus he got a real good relationship with Justin Taylor. They a real good combination together. So anything I do would just be highlighting a little bit of different from what he does.
Right.
I ain't gonna say what he don't do, because he do a lot and he can do a lot. He's one of the best videographers out here in Cleveland. Who else? I don't know, man, because I pretty much reach out to everyone I feel like I'm interested in that I've seen, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't try to step on videographers' toes. Like, certain ones I don't reach out to just because I don't want to step on their people's toes, but that's pretty much all I can think of right now, for real.
Word.
That ain't, like, Maybe like Ray Jr. or something like that, or maybe like a legend like Ray Cash or. I almost had one with Pooh Gutter. I don't know what happened with that. He started hitting me up, but that would have been sweet. Pooh Gutter's a legend in Cleveland, you know.
Yeah.
That's about it for real, man.
All right. Thanks to Henny Honky. By the way, this video is sponsored by Ursula Apparel, right there.
Merchandise.
Get your merchandise.
Shout out to Ursula. I need to get a couple tees, you know.
We gonna hook up Henny Honky with some teas, no doubt, no doubt. Once again, we want to thank Henny Honky. We see that he's very passionate in what he does, doing videography, doing music videos. Right now, he's in the studio with some of his artists. Thanks again for your time, and this is Xavier,
Davon.
and we're out. What's Out Production? We out.